qualification.
This call is
Electrical.
now being recorded.
Engineering is not mentioned.
Electrical engineering. What is our stand? That you should have a one member at least from electrical engineering background, because it is related to electricity regulatory commission. So how come they don't have one member from the electrical engineering background?
That is true. That is true. Yes.
This is one stand. Another stand is now ERCs are also in charge of electricity energy conservation act. So ERC also have a role in energy conservation act. So we want to add that also, that preferably a certified energy auditor, electrical engineer, or maybe even we can add mechanical engineer, but preferably with a certified energy auditor qualification, because they have to also see energy conservation act. In addition to electricity act, ERCs are now seeing energy conservation.
Energy conservation also. Yes.
So we can put it that way. Broadly, idea is, see, wherever we are seeing engineers are being bypassed by non-engineers. So our role is we should now start with a case where we should insist that engineering background is necessary. That is what Bibu has presented, and I fully support it. And I think I will hand over to Bibu to explain it better. Bibu, you please take over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So this is regarding, as Sab told, regarding appointment of electrical engineer in State Regulatory Commission. This letter, which I will be presenting right now, is drafted considering the Odisha's State Electricity Regulatory Commission, but it is also applicable to different state electricity regulatory commission. You can draft similar letter and give it to the respective energy secretary and forum of regulator, CRC chairman. So this is one of the import. And in this case, we will be adding the consenting member, irrespective of IAEMP, SEEM, or any platform, so that it will be helpful to deciding the future course of action while selecting the member for Electricity Regulatory Commission. We have drafted a short letter. I'll just present it so that it will be all visible. Just allow me to share my screen. I think this is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So
थोड़ा so enlarge करने से फायदा होगा ना?
Okay.
हाँ अभी अच्छा है. हाँ.
Okay. So this is basically Principal Secretary to Government. We can write to CRC chairman. We can write to Forum of Regulators chairpersons, and we can write to different government. So what is happening now? We have a reform act, like, and this reform act is based on 1995 reform act, and now this is can go from IAEMP. This is from also from DE friends. Now section 5 of Electricity Reform Act 95 says that one member of the commission shall be an electrical engineer with either having experience in generation, transmission, distribution, and supply of electricity. So this is a relevant provision of the section 5 of the Electricity Reform Act 95. Now you can say that whether 95 Act still valid, because we have Electricity Act 2003. Now whether Electricity Act 2003 is valid or Electricity Reform Act 95 is valid. Now there is a provision in the Electricity Act 2003 that is in the, under section 84. Now section 84 says that chairman and members should have adequate knowledge related to engineering, finance, commerce, economic, law, and management. Now what has happened? This is the replication or reproduction of the section 84, which says that it has to be from engineering, finance, commerce, economics, law, or management. Now, but if you see section 185 of Electricity Act 2003, and there is a schedule. The schedule says that last election yes, if something is there in Reform Act 95 and it is inconsistent with the present Electricity Act 2003, then it will be valid and it will be saved. That means the provision, okay, the provision under Section 5 of Electricity Reform Act still valid. Because why? Because of the Section 185 of the Electricity Act 2003, which says that there are few schedules, all the Reform Act are valid in the present pendency of the Electricity Act 2003. So combined reading of Electricity Reform Act and Electricity Act says that the member has to be an electrical engineer. Now, this is the Section 185, and there is a schedule. If you see, go through Electricity Act, and this schedule, this letter has been shared with you all. Now, Electricity Reform Act is also one of the schedule, by virtue of which we are saying that State Electricity Regulatory Commission should be an electrical engineer. But what has happened in Regulatory Commission, particularly in OERC, the present member is there is an advertisement in which people can be taken from either of the law, finance, commerce, engineering. So our submission to consider a electrical engineering for the member so that they can do certain justice to for KVH billing, then electricity duty, matter related to Energy Conservation Act, matter related to engineering safety, electricity safety regulations of CA. So for which a electrical engineering is required, and our submission is not only to for Odisha. What we are requesting, the purpose of this is a national, all the members present here are from all the different states. So what we are requesting, you kindly see the member composition in your respective state electricity regulatory commissions. If such composition is not there, we can write to respective chief secretary and in similar line, and similar draft can be prepared, and it will be a continuous process. Maybe this exercise will carry out for another 1 month, and this present letter is going and to the respective Odisha state particularly. So this is all about why electrical engineering is required, because the ambiguity in tariff order, KVH billing, electrical safety, capex. So since it is a electricity regulatory commission, it will be required. And Johnny Saab is one of the member of life member of IAEMP, Sus Saab, and we'll be writing the member's name, mobile number, and email address, and or simple name, and we'll be sending this letter. It will be signed by Susap or Janisa. So this is, and here also what we have done, we have listed out the composition of the present commissioners, and like that. Bera Saab is one of the chairman. He's the chairman of OERC. He's a additional chief secretary. Padi Saab is retiring, and he was from Indian Air Force. Now Gajendra Saab is one of the legal officers, and he's basically law from the law background. We don't have an electrical engineering, so we are requesting the state government to appoint an electrical engineer for the present as a member of the present commission. So this is all about the slides. This draft letter. Any comments or any state specific issues we can discuss. I'm stopping the sharing.
Acha, Vibhuji, one thing that this is common means this problem is common for all the states, or it is for Odisha, because I have never noticed in such a fashion whether what is the composition of electricity.
Yes. Sir, what has happened? The background is that earlier in all the states, in Odisha also, for the last, if you leave that for 5 years, earlier all members are electrical engineers. Then Supreme Court judgment has come, which says that one member should be from the legal background. So when the electrical engineering goes in the last commission, then we have to, no option, we have to take one person from the legal background. So Mr. Gajendra has joined. And same thing has happened to other states also. In some of the state might be, I am not sure. So that need to be checked up. Wherever electrical engineering is not there, then we have to recommend, we have to write a letter, because the adjudication power of the Energy Conservation Act lies with the member, he has to earn some engineer, and similarly for KVH billing, it has to be there. But in Odisha right now, no electrical engineering is there. But in other state, I am not sure. But I was told in TNRC also similar posting they are being awarded by government and all, and it is also not. Mr. Ravi Shankar is not there, so I'm not sure. So other state, you can tell us. I can draft it to other state, but this letter is going to the present state. So will be
So it means that the Supreme Court has told that one member should be of law, so they have introduced law member, but there is no ruling that whether any person from electrical background should be there or not. This kind of ruling is not there.
no, that is there in the Principal Act. That is the Electrical Reform Act says that one member has to be an electrical engineer. So that is the act. But legal one member is not there. So the Supreme Court has ordered you have to appoint one member as legal. So legal electrical engineering, and then anybody from administrative or management can be joined. So
Okay.
my electrical engineering position is very much clear. That has been given by virtue of the act.
Okay. So it is very much clear that one person from legal and one person from electrical should be there now, as of now.
Ajab now, ajab.
So it should be there in all the states. And if it is not there, then we should write like that. So that is the background.
We are just
So-
giving a platform that intellectuals are writing, and sometimes government also like to hear these things from intellectuals. Sometimes take corrective action, sometimes ignore, but we should make an effort to write at least.
So it means that if you mention that what is the act, then they are forced to keep one electrical engineer in the panel as a member.
Yes. Otherwise, if this notice is challenged, then automatically High Court will take a cognizance, and this whole proceedings can be stopped. So they cannot violate the act.
So it means just mere mention of that act will force them to have one electrical engineer.
Yes.
And besides that, you may write various kinds of reasons why electrical engineer should be there. Besides that.
Yes, see that we have written one paragraph, and
Okay.
beginning safety energy concern. So
So
this
this is
is a
very
very short presentation and proceeding. So I hope all members should agree to it.
other members should say something.
So sir, I am done. Anything? Panikrai Babu is from Odisha, and Panikrai, you are muted. You can unmute yourself.
Namaskar to each and everyone. I know Vivo for quite a long time, more than decades, and I'm a new member in this group, sir. So I just want to understand, and subsequently I can contribute in my way, whichever I can.
You can definitely include Panikrai Babu names. He is from Odisha. So, and, सरस साहब आपका कैसा है दूसरा स्टेट में कार्य में किसको पता है एनीबडी वेयर द इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग इज नॉट देयर इन द कमीशन any members can highlight on that if they know the state commission compositions.
Actually, I am not involved, or I am not having any understanding on this state matters. But there are so many people. Sood Saab know that other day so many people were discussing concerning subject about Maharashtra. So there may be some people, but I am not in that.
Okay.
Bibu,
Yes, sir.
won't like to add the requirement of certified energy, or I mean additional qualification or desirable qualification of CA.
Okay. Then let me. I'll. Yeah, okay, that will be fine. That will be fine.
Maybe may not be for Odisha now, but for when we approach broader, all India level. And another thing I was thinking, now
Yes, sir.
the Electricity Act is under amendment.
Huh.
If we can immediately write to the minister that
Yes.
when you are amending this, that Electricity Regulatory Commission part also may be taken care. And I feel that 3-member commissions are inadequate. We can
Correct.
suggest
Correct.
that there should be a 5-member commission, one from
Yes, sir.
judiciary, one from law, one from finance, and 2 from engineering background, one from mechanical, one from electrical. If we can suggest this, see, when the government is having such so many other expenses, why can't they have at least 5-member commission, Electricity Regulatory Commission? 3-member commission is inadequate. I have seen, I have interacted with ERC Bhopal. Most of the time they are dependent on external people, they are not having adequate knowledge. And especially I will tell you, when they fix the tariff fixation, there is a need for even to calculate DSM part. And when you want to do DSM, which means you should have also additional knowledge of efficiency. Then there is also renewable energy part. So how come that they are managing with only with three members, and one is from judicial background?
No, judiciary, why judiciary is required? Law is already there, no?
Huh?
Yes.
Law
Yes.
is already there, so judiciary will be redundant. So, judiciary is already, law is already there.
It requires some knowledge of this. Of course, if it is law now, maybe law or judiciary, whatever.
Law. Legal is very much required.
Legal, yeah.
And
But another is finance also required.
finance is
Because
required, yes. Finance
if
is
they don't understand the costing, they have to understand the costing of the discoms. If
I
they
will,
don't
I will,
understand,
I will tell you one of my experience. Actually, Karnataka Electricity Regulatory Commission has appointed MECON once for tariff fixation.
right.
MECON was appointed for tariff fixation, and I was on behalf of MECON studied entire Karnataka, Shimoga, Bangalore, and this
Okay.
Belgaum, everything, in the various places I visited also. To understand what kind of tariff power demand is there and everything, and network, in fact network also. So that was studied by MECON, and it was a purely electrical engineering job, because input energy input points were there at various in the network, and 133 kV network, 132 kV network, various input points were there, and then distribution and the technical losses, all these were to be accounted. Only technical losses, other and all were to be accounted to arrive at some conclusion what should be. And this cross subsidy is also there, everything, and the cross subsidy and all those things were to be accounted by finance person. And
Yes.
this was a financial management, and we had to hire services of IAEMP Bangalore also. Matlab MECON had then hired services of MECON Bangalore for this kind of subsidy and cross subsidy things. So I was fully involved in that, so I can understand how much involvement of this financial management and the electrical engineer was there.
Right.
Because so that is required. I can say from my experience only for KERC.
And if you go through the tariff orders of many ERCs, state ERCs, you will find that they are lacking in the knowledge of application of renewable energy as well as DSM.
Yes.
Yeah,
DSM is,
wherever that part is coming, demand side management, they are getting confused.
yes.
They are adding renewable energy there. Actually, DSM has nothing to do with renewable energy,
Nothing to do with
but they are treating renewable energy also as a part of DSM. So some mistakes have happened in those in many states where a solar rooftop has been added as a DSM, which is not correct. It should be conservation and efficiency only. DSM means demand side management, not the supply side management.
It's not supply side.
So yeah, solar is a supply side management.
Correct. And they are not incentivizing that DSM also. They should
Right.
find some ways and means of incentivizing. But if they don't understand, they will
Ah.
never do it. So they have to. So, so what you suggest? The three members is less. You all want to say, no?
This point is very good point raised by Bihu. It can be enlarged to a bigger scale where we can take it up on all India level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I have incorporated that provision as far as EC Act is concerned. The member of the State Electricity Regulatory Commission has to argue the matter related to dispute penalty as far as enforcement of EC Act 2001 and demand side management are concerned. In view of the above, it is also proposed that the member of the Honorable State Electricity Regulatory Commission should have a desirable qualification of certified energy auditor or certified energy manager. This will result in stricter enforcement of EC Act 2001. So this one paragraph I have added, having qualification of certified energy auditor.
So, sir, namaste.
Yes,
The point.
Namaste.
While writing to this, am I audible?
yes, audible.
Yeah. While writing to the state government, we have to also analyze what would be their answers to the suggestions which we are putting in. So what I have observed in state OERC in Odisha is that actually the numbers of commission members are very less, and more so the technical support to them is also very less. So that's why resulting of the tariff, as you rightly said, sir, it is absolutely not very much in a correct fashion which benefits the public. And the hearings are very late, and activities as such is late. So 5-member team is definitely a good suggestion and should be done. And I mean, let us think and analyze in which way the state government would react to this, and accordingly, few more preparatory letters or points could be kept, so that subsequently it would be effective at with our answers at this point of time.
Yes, you are right, Mr. Panigiri. Uh, Actually, the hearing, public hearing is not effective because lot of small issues are actually the time taken by the small issues are causing the bigger issues bypassed, and because there are not enough people, competent, technically qualified people to immediately take up them. So 5
Sir, here,
members. Huh?
sir, here another point could be also cited, because what I've seen, the state designated agencies also perform in a very slow and non-effective manner. So the certified energy auditors role is being shrunk to in the government activities to a great extent. So some points the commission side is that some managers could be appointed by the OERC, state, state electricity. They automatically the importance to the energy auditors and managers would be given state government as well. The commission state government organizes there.
Okay. Now, that point is correct, but what has happened? We can, for the bill amendment in the current parliament, we can write for 5 members. But in the present circumstances, when the act is very clear for 3 members, let us not write it right now. In the present draft, let us have some focus on appointment of electrical engineering with certified energy auditors for the 3 members. But I'll make a draft and I'll circulate for the electricity bill amendment, which is
Vivu,
currently
Vivu, both will be kept. Vivu, both will be different letters. This
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
can go
yes,
as it is.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
can go as it is. What you have written. What
yes.
I am suggesting another letter to the government,
Okay, sir.
Minister Minister of Power.
That. Okay.
Nee, for the present case, the case is very simple. In fact, when X says for electrical engineer, it should be there, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Yes.
some reasons why electrical engineer should be there. So
Hmm.
that is already written in this letter. So it can go as it is, as soon as
Yes,
sir has
yes, yes.
already told. So
Yes,
it has been very well drafted by Vibhuji, so it can go. That is
right,
one.
right.
Another suggestion is there that 5 members should be there.
Yes, yes.
So and acha, so that letter can go. Acha, is there any in these 3 members? Is there any designation of the members that this one member is, let's say, chairman of
Yes,
electricity?
yes. One is
And
chairman, another is member, another two are member. So one is the senior
acha,
most is the chairman.
chairman. Acha, chairman. Another 2 members, not any
Yes.
designated member, finance member, something. It
No,
is
no,
not
no.
like that.
It is not like that. It is not
It
like
is
that.
not
But
like that.
uh, normally, chief secretary is additional chief secretary is the chairman, or the two are members. So with this, I hope this letter is okay.
Yeah, letter is okay, Vivu.
So if any more point is there, we can discuss.
Just add more and more names.
Okay, name I need to add. Okay.
For the next letter, you can mention some member reforms, member
Yeah.
tariffs, member reforms will have everything, DSM and all those things. And
Okay. Sir, whose name I should have? You can tell so that I can write the names.
Some comments are there in chat box, Vivu.
Okay.
You will be
Okay.
noting down them.
I shall appreciate if you can comments.
comments here.
Supreme
Because
Court judgment.
you can send it on WhatsApp.
It will be fine if you can share your consenting member names and mobile number and email address. So so that I will add correct name and
And
everything.
now itself you take the consent of including the names in the letter.
Okay.
I think
The
all
rules
will
are
agree. All will agree, I think. I am raising my hand.
See, it can be included. Is there any embargo? Then I should think. Otherwise, I don't have any problem.
Yeah, all will agree, I think.
No, if there is any embargo for some because of their own occupational requirements, so then you have to tell me.
Add karna, matlab he is representing ESL, Government of India. So let us not write his name and because he is working in government. So anybody is working in government, we can stop. No, we cannot include their name.
That is what you have to see. Otherwise, what is the problem? We agree everything, but we have to take care of each other. Whether if there is any embargo, then you don't write. Otherwise, I am open to everything. If
That
you
is
see,
true. Correct.
So,
Let others also speak. Anyone wants to speak?
Susab, I'm T. N. Agarwal speaking.
Agarwal sir.
Regarding Maharashtra, Maharashtra also there are 3 members in the commission. One is a chairman and other is basically 1 out of 2 members. One is a technical member, they say, and other is a legal member. This is like that. And apart from these 3 members, directors, technical directors of all fields, electricity and that. That is the constitution here in Maharashtra.
Okay. But technical director under what rule of this?
This is a technical member. Is a legal member.
no, earlier in Odisha also they used to write technical and commercial.
No, they don't write. They say only member. One time there was a director technical of the DISCOM was appointed as a member. That
Is
was
it a
like that
parallel
also.
post or it's a exclusive post?
Not earlier. After retirement from the DISCOM, they appoint
Okay,
in the
okay,
commission
okay,
as a
okay.
member.
So he must be an electrical engineering.
So they are saying that he is a technical member.
Okay.
Then in our next letter we can always write, because next letter it will be suggestive letter, na?
Yes,
So
yes.
member technical member some finance member law,
Yes.
and then member reforms and something like that. Certain member.
आई होप एंड एक जो पॉइंट था चैट बॉक्स में ये सर प्रमोद साहब का फ्रीलांस ऑडिटर विद इलेक्ट्रिकल बैकग्राउंड आई थिंक इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड ऑडिटर्स यू कैन ऑलवेज अप्लाई आई विल शेयर द थिंग आल्सो एंड मेयर साहब का नाम नहीं लिखेंगे एंड DISCOM employees with EA qualification in HSDA. Not required means normally they don't take DISCOM employees, they take from OPDCL and different combinations earlier, also from NTPC they have taken. So we can not be so specific, we can write electrical engineering, that will be fine. We will just write emphasis on the principal act. And then another question, approach those are in common apply, but sometimes they require, Yes. Okay. Mayor Sahib, Supreme Court judgment, I don't have right now, but if I get, I'll share it to you. But because they are in fact, CRC has been suspended for complete 2 months because they could not appoint a legal member. And this was a very lightweight case, and it has happened because of the Supreme Court judgment only. And so all the points I hope I have clarified.
Yes, yes.
And I request the members if you can their message or in the WhatsApp name, mobile number, email address, then it will be easier for me to input all those numbers. I think we can call it a day and close this meeting. If anything is not further
Yes.
coming.
Yes, you can
Yes,
now
yes.
come.
Yes. Let us conclude.
Thank
Okay,
you,
Sahil,
thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. It was nice seeing everyone.
Okay, bye.
Yes. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sometime. Huh? Lie on this, my love. Lie on this. My love. Don't be lying. My God, it's very hot here. Very hot here. Very hot. Very hot, darling. Alpish Patil was Alpish Patil. Raful Dwivedi. Govinda.